Hello everyone and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. So, last time we left off, we had gotten a whole bunch of nickel. And now, I am about 1,000 blocks from home. I've already gone all the way back and so on and so forth. And then I looked up the recipe for black bronze, well, yes, black bronze, but black steel was really what I was going for. But then I had realized I needed to make black bronze as well. And so now I am trying to mine for gold. Unfortunately, I'm having a hell of a time here. Okay. Medium sample. So I've just been getting medium sample here the whole time I've been here. And that includes right underneath one of these. Like there was one right there, and then one here, and then no, sorry. So imagine there was one right here. Piece of rich native gold right there. I hit this block underneath it, and I got that exact same reading, despite the fact that it was directly underneath one. So I don't imagine there's very much here. Unfortunately, this is my second mine for gold. My first mine was poor quality, so I decided to try again, but it appears that I may not have too good of a choice in the matter. Now, fortunately, there is some exposed gold over here, so I'm just going to hit that up right now. Inventory is almost full with andesite rock, so I figure, why not? This is normal quality. Hopefully there's a ton of it here, actually. Okay, false reading. Traces. Traces. And I'm right next to it. If I take this out, is there any... Okay, this... Oh, okay, very large sample. That's weird. So, tons of it down below, it seems. Hopefully. Traces. Oh, native copper. Okay, interesting. That's weird. So we've got copper here. I guess before I start, I'm going to need copper as well, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But before we start doing that, I'm going to go empty my inventory. And now that I know that you get rocks back from cobblestone, if you pick it, I'm just going to turn all this stuff into cobblestone. Boom. Unfortunately, it does take up 2 slots still. Oh well. It's less than 4, that's for sure. Although I don't think I can put these into vessels. I don't think I can put these into vessels, but that's okay. I may start just like a cobblestone pile. That would be cool, just like a pile of cobblestone. Just like, oh, I need rocks? Okay, let's go get some rocks. Although, honestly, I have more rocks now than I'm probably ever gonna need, so honestly, I could probably just dump these. I always feel weird wasting stuff, but I mean, so much rock. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get over my habit of not wasting stuff. Just by dumping all this stuff here. Okay, now we can keep looking for gold. Significantly easier in this game than it is in real life, that's for sure. Well, actually, I don't know. Gold panning is a pretty common hobby around where I live. Because we're on like Canadian Shield area, which used to be heavy volcano kind of place, apparently. So you have a whole lot of those old lava chambers where heavy metals would sink to the bottom of them, right? So you could, if you find one of these pockets that used to be a chamber of like lava. Oh, that's no good. I might have just lost a whole bunch of gold. Well, Not too much. It's really why you should always go straight down in TFC. So yeah, good thing to know is if you are gold hunting, the thing you can hope for the most is like to find a pocket of old magmatic rock, and settled at the very bottom will be all the valuable heavy metals, gold. You can find quite a large, quite a large amount of it down there. You don't have to find very much gold to strike it big. So one of those chambers is pretty much not gonna have you set for quite a while. Might not make you rich, but well, actually, probably will. Depends how big the chamber is. And when I say chamber, you might be picturing something like a massive hole or something, but I mean, it's usually just a small little space where lava trying to burst up to the surface kind of like got diverted to and then filled up. It was just a little pocket of air in the ground that was a good place to relieve some pressure. It's typically how those things work out. Oh, right. So I switched the game mode to peaceful to make the walk home, full disclosure. Actually, we want to go up to hard. Because it was a really long walk and I didn't have much opportunity to do too much stuff off camera, so I wanted to be as quick about it as possible. So, best way to not waste time is to not have to wait through all the nights. Wait 10 minutes every 10 minutes. So, yeah. Here's my other gold mine. The abysmal poor quality stuff. So, yeah. Switching to peaceful, that's not something I get in the habit of doing, just so you guys know. The only reason I did it there was to save time, because I'm a little pressed for recording time these days. I was really hoping to have, you know, a lot more time to be able to record, but unfortunately the opposite seems to have happened. Where I have very little time in the week to get stuff done. So, yeah. Oh, come on. Keep running. Keep running. So yeah. Things are going to be a little bit more, there's going to be a lot more stuff done on camera because I have a lot less time to do it off camera nowadays. So, like originally I was going to do I was going to do the walk home off camera, but then I realized I also need two other metals. So, I guess I would have ended up doing it on camera regardless of how much time I had. Just because, yeah. Alrighty. Oh, come on. Yeah, man. There we go. Keep running. Keep running. Just keep running. Well, that was harrowing. I can't believe this place still has spawn protection after the amount of time that I've been away from it. I mean, look at that thing. I don't have sandwiches right now because, well, mostly because I want to wait until it's fruit season again. Which, by the way, it is currently early spring, so actually it might be fruit season. For now, I'm just going to eat this so I don't starve through the night. When I do this. Well, now it's raining, so that'll get rid of the Enderman at least. Oh my god, I forgot about the roosters. It was so nice to be able to play this game without them for a while. Hey Enderman, what's up? Okay, when's my earliest fruit tree season? Late autumn, early summer? Early summer's my best contender right now. Yep, that's the case. Okay, what about you guys? Early summer, late spring? Okay, late spring. Late spring looks like it's gonna be my earliest harvest. That sucks. It's like 2 months away. Since early spring started 4 days ago. Yeah, joy. So, let's keep moving. Gotta get back at it. Get rid of this andesite. I've got enough andesite already. Not exactly my building material of choice either. It's dull and gray. Honestly, I probably would have liked to have bring back a whole ton of claystone to build with, but I can always go and get some. The Gabbro is 10,000 blocks away. It was a long walk. Since I couldn't go as the crow flies, it was a very long walk. But yeah. I managed to do it all before I had to get recording for this, and then had enough time to start gold mining. But that was about all I had time for. So despite the fact that I don't have very much time to do off camera or to do recordings, I should still be able to keep my weekly schedule up, so you don't have to worry about me missing any uploads, hopefully. Sometimes I forget that I haven't made my uploads, so I upload them later in the day. That's the worst case scenario, such as this past Sunday, if you didn't notice. I did not realize that I hadn't made any uploads until like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, so I think my earliest video went up at like 7-ish. I don't know, I didn't set them to schedule, I just set them to public. The good thing about editing with Movie Maker is that it doesn't take long to edit or save my videos as files. Unfortunately, that means they're probably not to the ecstatic quality of other stuff. And since I'm recording my my audio simultaneously with my game audio, bright side, I don't have to worry about syncing the two together. Downside, I can't moderate the two independently, which I don't think has been an issue for us so far. I don't think I've run into any problems in that regard. I tend to keep myself pretty level, I think. I hope that doesn't mean monotone. And the game is always set to a fixed audio, and I don't think I play anything that has like a tremendous variation in the volume from one thing to another. The only exception might be I don't think I have anything with a huge degree of variation. I think the only game I own that would have such a thing is probably, I don't know. I know XCOM has a really, when you open the launcher and it lets you select between unknown or enemy unknown or enemy within, that's really loud, but as soon as the game starts up, it goes back to its factory settings, whatever you set it to. Its factory settings, so not its factory settings, but whatever you set it to. That is the opposite of a factory setting. Did I? Okay, I did put one up between those two. Now, you're probably just gonna keep caving. Okay, now you're exposed to the sky, so not a problem. I think I'm too high up, actually, is the problem. Although, I mean, there was one, like, right in the side of the hill here. I assume they're all on the same level, is it? Either that, or it's coincidentally there was just that one all by itself, and then there's another pocket of gold somewhere in the ground. Okay, how am I getting readings over here? Very large still. Okay. Let's hollow out the middle. see what we can get. Now we have some support beams up, so we shouldn't have to worry about, well, that again. Hopefully. Hopefully. The worst part about cave-ins isn't that they can seal you in or all that kind of annoying stuff. No, the worst thing is that they destroy ore. If a block falls on top of an ore block, it just deletes the ore block, which is the worst. Yeah, I'm gonna sort you because that's annoying me. Oop. Okie dokie. Okay, we didn't see any gold. That's unfortunate. If I prospect the ceiling... Oh. Large, very large, very large. Traces of native copper. Okay, not helpful. Okay, let's not go in the middle because that's not going to help me put down any more supports. Thank you very much. Instead, we will proceed as we normally do. Now, the thing about digging into a hill is that hills have other sides. So that's the thing. Okay, down here, very large still. Okay, so I have no reason to believe that it's not... Well, actually, you know what I should be doing? I should be doing this. Okay. So it's either like... No, it should be really close. The fact that I'm still getting the same reading over here as I did over there is suggesting to me that that piece that was in this spot right here is in fact part of the vein that we're trying to hunt down. Maybe an outlier, but it should be a piece of it regardless. Hello, andesite, you suck. Right, I'm gonna need light. Well, this one's not gonna do... Well, it's gonna get dark eventually. I don't want mobs spawning in my mines. Although I guess they could just walk in. Yeah, that's a thing. Thing I did not account for. So I guess I've switched up my mining technique. What I used to do is just do a straight line. Now I kind of like the 3x3 at a time thing, which I know is far less efficient and wears down my pick a lot more. But I don't know, I like the room. And I mean, when you're right in the middle of the ore concentration, I mean, the more surface area you expose, the better your odds of finding what you're looking for. Okay, how about you? Very large. Okay. How wide is this hill? Just so I know. I'm almost on the other end. So yeah, I should probably be going downward a little bit. Let's go down. Let's go right here. Why not? Where are my ladders? I'm out of ladders? I'm out of ladders. Make more ladders. Well, exactly whatever number that is. Well, it's exactly 9, but I mean, I had enough sticks to make exactly 9, which was interesting. Okay. I think this is good enough. I have 4 ladders left over, but that's okay. Actually, that might have been too far down. Oh well. Okay. Now, it's a lot darker, that's for sure. So for now, I'm going to put one here. We'll move it once we have the area clear. Thank you for not collapsing. There we go. Now we shouldn't have to worry about collapsing from now on. Lovely. Unfortunately, we're getting very close to time right now, and I would like to have something to show for it. Well, I do have some gold. After this, we're going to have to go track down some silver. I think my malachite mine still has plenty of copper in it, so we should be fine for copper. There is actually malachite and gold nuggets over there, so depending on how successful this mine is, I might end up having to go over there anyway. So that would be nice. That's a lot closer to home than... I guess the other one's not highlighted right now, but you all remember where my malachite and graphite mine was, I'm sure. Hopefully. If not, go check that episode out. It was fun. It was interesting. And I'm not going to spoil it, so if you want to know why, you'll have to check it out. Let's see. Looks like it's nighttime, so I'm stuck down here until daylight anyway. Now, I also looked up, so while I was looking up black bronze, I also learned that I'm going to need, for every ingot of black bronze, I will also need an ingot of pig iron. So that's going to be annoying. We're going to have to fire up the bloomery again, which is fantastic. It's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. The bloomery is fairly easy to use, and it does only require just raw iron. We're going to need so much iron, though. That's the thing. Okay, how are you doing down here? Very large sample. Okay, very large sample. Okay, all of you are very large samples? What's my prospecting skill at? Okay, it's adept now, so I should be getting fewer false negatives, but it seems like that's not the case. Anyway, we are at time for today, so that's going to do it for this one, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed all that fun stuff, as always. I'll prioritize TFC so that with off-camera stuff, so that I can hopefully move on to at least silver. Oh, there we go. There we go. Cool. We have native copper. Or native gold. So I will prioritize TFC and keep mining this out of the wall. And so on and so forth until we have enough, anyway. Quite a bit, at least. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching all that fun stuff. I think I already said all that stuff. But you know me, it wouldn't be an outro of mine if I didn't ramble on. And keep messing up with my tongue. Trying to speak coherently. There we go. Good way to test if you can speak coherently, say the word coherently. Alright, anyway. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.